The death toll has now further risen. Today, we are looking at 170 children's lives having been lost in all to acute encephalitis syndrome in Bihar. Political leaders today have had a day of political tourism in thronging the SKMC hospital in Muzaffarpur. Despite being aware that it is already understaffed, doctors are stretching against time to treat young infants, but they continue to burden with this insensitive act. Mirror now on ground showing you deplorable condition of the hospital, dysfunctional primary healthcare centers that have left patients in lurch. Our correspondent Santya, who is getting you this ground input here in Meenapur, which is in Muzaffarpur. She reported a high number of encephalitis cases from there, and she's found that the primary healthcare centers, which are the first medical intervention that a villager can get. These primary healthcare centers have been shut for weeks. Residents of Meenapur suffering for years, and they're forced to travel for hours for a basic treatment. There has been a delay in receiving this care that has led to several casualties.
This is Mansi, a 1-year-old child. The photo which she is looking at is of her 4-year-old sister, Sandhya. Mansi is pointing at her sister's photo. She is trying to say something to her parents, and according to Mansi's mother, she is looking for her sister.
जब देखते हैं तो उसको पास जाने के लिए तैयारी होता है, बिछौना पर जाता है तो बिछौना पर दोनों नाच उच करते हैं ठहरा होके, वैसे भी खोजता है, बिछौना पर भी जाता है.
Mansi won't be able to find her sister Sandhya because she died of encephalitis on the 16th of May. Sandhya fell ill on the night of the 15th, and the next morning she was rushed to a primary healthcare center that started her treatment, but her situation did not improve. The child should have been transferred to a hospital equipped to completely cure her, but that did not happen, and by evening, Mansi had lost her sister.
रेफर नहीं किया आगे वहाँ पे?
नहीं, रेफर नहीं किया.
क्यों नहीं किया रेफर? आपने बोला रेफर कर दो या बताया?
बोल हाँ, जो अगर नहीं यहाँ होने वाला है, जो रेफर नहीं अथी यहाँ दवाई तो चल ही रहा है, बोलो हल्ला तुमसे कर रहा है, जो दवाई यहाँ ठीक हो जाएगा. हम तो बोले सर यहाँ नहीं सुधरेगा तो बोल दीजिए हम रेफर कर दे, अथी यहाँ ले जाएंगे पटना. तो नहीं, बोलो ठीक हो जाएगा.
26-year-old Rajesh Kumar of Jhonja village in Meenapur block of Muzaffarpur also lost his 3.5-year-old son, Rupesh. Rupesh complained of fever and stomachache in the morning. Rajesh, a daily wager with a daily income of just 200 rupees, borrowed a motorbike and then rented a vehicle and took his son to Muzaffarpur hospital.
एक बार एक सर बीमारी उखड़ा उसको, पहले पेट में दर्द उखड़ा, उसको बाद चमकी उखड़ गया, उसको बाद हम लेकर भागे उसको.
कितने बजे की बात?
8 बजे के बाद है सर, 8 बजे से लेकर हम 9 बजे वहाँ मेडिकल तक पहुँचा दिए सर.
The reason Rajesh had to take his son to Muzaffarpur hospital was this lock on the sub-primary healthcare center.
So for these children, the sub-center of a primary healthcare center plays an extremely important role. But this is how Bihar government is responding to the outbreak. This is, right now we are in Muzaffarpur's Meenapur block, and this is the condition of one of the sub-center of primary healthcare center. You can see that how there is a huge lock on the door. And inside also, if we talk about, there is not even a single staff here. Forget about the doctor, forget about any senior expert.
Hakima Khatun of Madaripur village carried her 2-year-old granddaughter Sabreen in her arms and walked for close to 2 kilometers before she got a vehicle to the Muzaffarpur hospital.
पैदल लेकर गए ना तो छपरा में गाड़ी पकड़े, सब दूरी से गए पैदल, और छपरा में गाड़ी पकड़े, और गाड़ी पकड़ कर तब ले गए मेडिकल के पास.
कितना दूर पैदल चले?
1 किलोमीटर होगा, एक कोस होगा.
1 कोस हो गया था कि 1.5 किलोमीटर?
1.5 किलोमीटर.
Muzaffarpur has been facing these outbreaks for more than 20 years. Even the timing of these outbreaks is known. The epicenter is known. But it is clear that the government has been caught napping.
There are reports claiming that if a child receives basic and primary health care facility within 4 hours of the symptoms, there's a huge and high chance that the child, his or her life could be saved. But with this Bihar government claiming that they are ready to face this, they are doing everything possible to ensure that it does not become worse. The question is there. It's a big question mark which is there. A primary healthcare center, sub-center, which is responsible for a population of 2 to 3,000 is shut. In Muzaffarpur, with camera person Sahil Suresh, this is Santya for Mirror Now.